72% of immigrants and expats say that they were shocked by how expensive everything felt upon returning home, especially food, housing, and healthcare. Source: Internation's Expat Insider Survey 2022. We just got back from our first visit to the United States after living abroad for nearly 4 years. And let me tell you, it shook us. Today, I'm going to share the biggest things that we noticed. Some of them are obvious. Some were truly surprising. But together, they made it crystal clear. We won't be moving back to the United States. We're Alan and Leslie. We've been living on the island of Madeira, Portugal since 2021. We run It'll Be Fun, where we help folks figure out how to retire or semi-retire abroad without breaking the bank. And we're not pushing some fantasy. We're living it on a budget and making it work. So if you're curious about whether life abroad is actually better, what the trade-offs are, and whether you could do it too, this video is for you. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we've got a lot more coming. And don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at www.it'llbefunretirement.com. You'll get invites to our online meetups and access to tools that we wish we had when we were starting off. Number one, the cost of living. We couldn't believe it. Let's start with the big one, the cost, because this one hit us hard. Yes, we've seen inflation in Portugal too. Living on Madeira, property prices have jumped a lot. I looked at it just before we started filming. Some of the areas have gone up over 40% in just 4 years. It's no secret that Madeira has got a lot more attention lately. It's stunning, it's safe, and people are discovering it. But here's the thing, you're still getting something in what you pay for. In Columbus, Ohio, where we visited family, we toured a brand new housing development built around a reclaimed quarry. It was a beautiful park with walking trails and water views. But let me paint the whole picture for you. These were townhouses, not oceanfront villas, not luxury condos on a cliff. Just well-designed townhouses in the suburbs. The starting price, $700,000 to $800,000. And if you wanted a freestanding house with a view, even if it was a zero lot line, meaning no yard, no space between the homes, you were looking at $1.5 million. In Columbus, Ohio, not Santa Barbara, not Miami. That kind of money in Madeira, you could buy something special. Ocean views, room to breathe, walkable cafes and markets, real quality of life. It made me realize, back in the US, you're spending a fortune just to have access to survive to near amenities. In Portugal, your money buys freedom. The second shock was transportation. I honestly forgot what it was like to have to drive everywhere. Our hotel in Columbus, nice place, great staff, but you couldn't walk to a single thing. Not a cafe, not a market, not even a park. We had to hop in the car for a coffee, then drive to get groceries, then drive again to meet up with family. It felt like we spent more time stuck in traffic on 6 and 8 lane roads than we did enjoying where we were going. It's a completely different way of life. In Madeira, we walk. It's not a special activity, it's just how we live. We walk to the bakery, the post office, the cafe, the market. Even our bank is nearly a 5-minute stroll. We drive maybe twice a week, and when we do, it's beautiful. Winding roads, ocean cliffs, and mountains. But in Columbus, it was just asphalt. Fast food joints, stores, parking lots, and more traffic. I remember thinking, this is stealing our time. It's not just the gas or the car payments, it's your life spent in transit. Number 3, groceries. $100 for 3 plastic bags. Let's talk about food. Grocery shopping in the US felt like a punch to the gut. One day, when we went to a well-known grocery chain, nothing fancy, and we picked out a few basics. I remember the moment we checked out. 3 little plastic bags, just the basics, and the bill, $100. I looked at Leslie and said, "Did we accidentally buy caviar?" Now, don't get me wrong, we had one big win. Asparagus was only $1.99, which in Portugal is rare. And that was a highlight. But everything else was jaw-dropping. Eggs ranged from $6.99 to $18.99, depending on how happy the chickens were, apparently. Organic milk, outrageous. And the meat, double what we pay in Madeira. And forget the idea of shopping the perimeter of the store like they tell you, where the healthy stuff is, because that perimeter costs a fortune in the US these days. Number 4, eating out. We couldn't afford to do this regularly. Now, we were prepared to splurge a little. Leslie had a running list of restaurants that she missed, and we were excited to go back to some of our old favorites. But even knowing that it would be pricey, we were floored. A fast food meal, just a couple of basic burgers and fries, ran us nearly $40. And that's with tax and tip. And when we went to a sit-down place, we had 1 drink each and a small appetizer. The bill came to $150. That was considered a normal night out. Sure, it might be more common to get a to-go box of leftovers in the States. We'll get to portion sizes later. But these prices pointed to one thing. We lived in the States, we'd never eat out. Not on our income. It wouldn't even be an option. We've run the numbers. Between groceries and dining, we'd be spending at least 60% more each month. And that's just a conservative estimate. Number 5, tipping. Guilt is not a system. Here's another thing that really stood out, tipping. It's everywhere now, and not just at the restaurants. You grab a coffee at a drive-thru, and you're prompted to tip 20, 22, even 25%. We support workers. We believe in fair wages, but guilt tipping isn't the solution. And when you're already paying more for everything, it adds up fast. What used to be $4 becomes $6. What used to be $10 becomes $14. And half the time, no one even spoke to us. We placed our order on a screen and picked it up from a counter. It's not the money. It's the feeling that the system is broken and no one's willing to fix it at the top. So they push it onto the customer. Number 6, portion sizes. No wonder we're the fattest country on earth in America. This one really hit me. The portion sizes in the US are just, well, they're enormous. We forgot what it was like, and we've definitely been eating more since we've been back. That's for sure. One night at Costco, again, we were looking for hearing aids, and we noticed we were actually on the smaller side of the crowd. And I'm no string bean. It's not a judgment, it's just a reality. The food system in America is built on too much. Too many calories, too many additives, too much sugar, and too much marketing. And it's making people sick, and tired, and broke. Number 7, advertising overload. It's exhausting just to exist. TV in the US is almost unwatchable. We've forgotten how many ads there actually are, especially for prescription drugs. Every other commercial break is pushing pills for problems that you didn't know even existed. Side effects include stroke, blindness, internal bleeding, and death. But hey, you might sleep a little bit better. It was exhausting. We turned it off after 15 minutes. We'd rather sit on the balcony and watch the sunset over the ocean. Number 8, safety. Even the nice areas felt sketchy. We were in the nice part of town, not a rundown area, not the bad side. And yet, we didn't feel safe. There were police towers with cameras in the parking lots. We were told that they were there to discourage assaults. And then it happened. Somebody was assaulted at our hotel while we were staying there. That was a moment. I mean, we actively tell people the US isn't as bad as people say, and then this is what we get on a short trip. Safety is one of those things you don't fully appreciate until you experience it, the contrast. In Portugal, we walk home at night. I've seen toddlers walk to the bakery with their grandparents without a second thought. In the US, I was constantly scanning, watching, and worrying. Number 9, social life. It all costs money now. We wanted to have fun with our family, make some memories, spend some time together. So we went to one of those family-friendly places, bowling, arcade, and pizza. A few hours of fun with the kids. The bill? Close to $300. That's not a weekend activity. That's a one-time blowout. Everything we did, every gathering, was tied to spending money. In Portugal, we meet friends in public parks. We grab a €1 coffee and sit in the sun. We take walks, talk, and laugh. We do life together, and most of it costs almost nothing. Number 10, politics. Everyone's angry. We don't talk politics on this channel, but I'd be lying if I didn't say the atmosphere in the US feels tense. People are angry. Conversations are landmines. There's no room for disagreement anymore. Wasn't much room to begin with. We didn't want to bring up anything. It felt like we were walking on eggshells, even with the people that we love. That's not peace. That's definitely not healthy. Number 11, guns. We can't ignore it anymore. There's no easy way to say this, but gun culture in the US is real, and it affects how you live. We used to tune it out. Not anymore. Even in safe neighborhoods, there's an edge, an anxiety. We felt it in grocery stores, in the parking lots, and in public places. In Portugal, we don't even think about that. We just live. Number 12, endless sprawl. It drained our spirits. Driving through miles of strip malls, gas stations, and parking lots, it just drained us. It made us feel like we'd be trapped if we came back. Working nonstop to afford life with no time left to actually live it. Even looking at what we once thought would have been lovely neighborhoods, now they look stifling, like we'd be choosing the prettiest cell to live in. That's not exactly how we want to spend the next chapter of our lives. But yes, there was good. Now, I want to be fair. There were things that we loved. We're going to make a whole video about that because it wasn't all bad and far from it. The best part, the people. We talked to everyone. Midwest Charm is still alive and well, and for that, we're truly grateful. Don't wait as long as we did. If you've been thinking about moving abroad or even just exploring your options, don't wait as long as we did. Probably should have done this sooner. Sign up for our newsletter at www.it'llbefunretirement.com. Join our online meetups. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on what's next. We're here to help you find your version of freedom. And trust me, it's worth it.